Hello everyone and welcome back to Whimsy Creek Art. My name is Megan. In today's video we're going to compare some of the pre-mixed ready to pour fluid acrylic paints. So there's a lot of different brands on the market now. I just got 3 of the major brands out there. So there I have Artist Loft, and you can get that at Michael's, and I have FolkArt and DecoArt. I believe you can get both those at Michael's as well. I got mine off of Amazon. Alright, so today we're going to do 3 different paint pours, and I got similar paint colors. We're going to do white, blue, and turquoise of each of the 3 brands. And we're going to do DecoArt, use the DecoArt paints first. And we have True Blue and Deep Turquoise and white. And we're going to pour on 6-inch ceramic tiles. I get my tiles at Lowe's, Home Depot, or if you have a Habitat for Humanity's Restore, you can always get them at there if yours carries them. My Habitat for Humanity's Restore no longer carries tiles, so I get mine at Lowe's or any home improvement store. Alright, so I'm going to just reuse a cup I've already used. I'm using a 3-ounce cup, but I'll probably need about 2 ounces for this paint pour. Alright, I'm going to layer in some white, and we're going to just pour them straight from the bottle. And they are already mixed with a pouring medium. They don't have any sort of silicone in there, but they're all ready to pour, already pre-mixed and ready to go. So we're going to start off with layering some white, and then the blue, then the turquoise, and then some more white, some blue, and some turquoise, equaling about 2 ounces. And we're going to do this on all 3 of the paint pours. And then we're just going to do a simple dirty pour technique, just pouring it kind of at a diagonal. And I do like the consistency of this DecoArt paint. If you're new to my channel, I usually primarily use Floetrol as my pouring medium mixed with my acrylic paint. But this paint, it already has the pouring medium mixed in. And so this is a very similar consistency to how I would normally have my paint mixed up. And I do have several videos on my paint recipes and how the consistency of my paint. Alright, just getting it to all 4 corners, and it is flowing very nicely. Nice, vibrant colors. The colors did not mix too much in the cup at all. I do like how they stayed apart. I like it when the colors are staying apart, especially for a dirty pour technique. It just depends on the technique or what your preference is. If you like how the colors fade into one another, or they stay very separate colors. And this DecoArt so far, it stays pretty separate colors, at least for this technique. No silicone, so we're not going to have any cells in there, but that's okay. And these tiles are actually already dry. I did them a couple weeks ago. And so they dried very, very glossy. That was one thing with this ready to pour paint, this pre-mixed paint, is it does dry extremely glossy. So that was really nice. These tiles dried very true to color. What you see on the screen is pretty much how the colors dried. Sometimes some colors in other brands and stuff can dry a little bit darker, but these dried pretty true to color. And so now we're going to try the FolkArt. We're going to use the white, the True Blue, and the Aqua. So these are pretty similar colors. We're going to use all 3 brands. We're going to use a white, a blue, and an aqua turquoise color. And again, we're going to paint on a 6-inch tile and we're using a 3-ounce cup. We're going to use about 2 ounces of the pre-mixed paint. This is the FolkArt. Alright, so I can already tell this paint is quite a bit thinner. I am pouring it in there, but it's mixing in the cup quite a bit just because it is quite a bit thinner of a paint. I'm wondering if this paint would do well with a Dutch pour. So this comparison video is on tile. I will later this next week have a video coming out comparing the same paint brands on canvas. So maybe I will do a Dutch or a blown pour for that comparison video. But for now, this video, I'm just doing dirty pours on tiles. So we're going the same at kind of a diagonal. And you can see here that the colors kind of did mix within the cup. I poured them in the same way. The white, the blue, then the aqua, then the white, the blue, the aqua to get about 2 ounces. You can just see how it flows across the tile that it is a thinner paint. These are a much lighter colors. They're not, in the bottle they look like a darker color, but they're much lighter on the tile due to it did mix a little, being so thin. I mean, these are quite thin. And so, but I still like them. I mean, still turned out pretty nice. I am going to give them a little bit of a torch. No cells are going to pop up, but just kind of popping a few of those bubbles. And just because right before pouring, I did shake the bottle. So there is a few bubbles. But that's okay. So, all right, that is the FolkArt and the first we did DecoArt, then we did FolkArt. Now we're going to do the Artist Loft. We're going to use the white, the phthalo blue, and the aqua green. So this is a little bit more of a lighter aqua green than the turquoise we've used in the 2 prior. But I'm going to just layer them in. Again, a 3-ounce cup. We're going to layer till we get about 2 ounces. So 2/3 of the way full in that cup on a 6-inch ceramic tile. Okay, so these are really bright, vibrant colors, and I do like the consistency, similar consistency to the first one, the DecoArt. And so we're just mixing in their white, blue, turquoise, white, blue, or aqua green in this case, but the white, blue, aqua, white, blue, aqua. And then we're going to do same dirty pour technique kind of at a diagonal. All 3 of these tiles are dry, and they all 3 dried very true to what color, what you see on the screen. And this one did not, because it is a little bit thicker, similar consistency to my everyday paint pours. It didn't really mix within the cup like our second one did there. So we still have nice vibrant colors, nice definition between each color. And so my favorite, I would have to say, was the first one we used, the DecoArt. Second favorite would be this Artist Loft I am using. And my third favorite would be FolkArt. And that's just so far. We'll see how they all do on canvas, how they all do with some different techniques, and that'll be some videos in the future. But so far, this is, I mean, going really well on here on the tile. It's flowing well. It's not mixing too much between the colors. Just enough mixing, but not too much. And so really, I would say I really think all 3 are nice paints, but I would, if you have to choose between the 3, I would go with DecoArt. And I just have a little creme brulee or a chef's torch. I'm not touching the flame too there. I'm just holding it about 4 to 6 inches above just to pop any bubbles. Look at how sticky this paint is. I'm not sure if it was all 3, one of these 3, but it seems like all 3 were very, very sticky paints. So first, here we go. We got a close-up of the Artist Loft, pre-mixed, ready to pour paint. Done a dirty pour on a tile. That one, first one was the Artist Loft. Now we're looking at the DecoArt, the results from the DecoArt. And this is the results from the FolkArt. So very similar results. I would just say the FolkArt was probably the thinnest paint out of the 3, but pretty similar. My only complaint is they were pretty darn sticky when you're trying to hold on to them tiles. They were hard to hold on to because it's sticky. But that's all right. We work with it and we made it work. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon, and join me again for another video soon. Thank you so much.